Welcome to your new sovereign's castle. Marvelous, is it not, children of the stars?
Baldur.
Such a pity, young Gaston. So earnestly devoted to me. He offered himself up, certain his cyber mind would help center the network around its new sovereign. Alas, you have been witness to the truth.
How dare you!
His life and its conclusion are now shared upon the network. Trivial though it may be, it stands to help bring forth a new era for Scorpium, a cause for celebration.
Observing Baldur has provided insight into the problems with Scorpium evolution and integration.
Share with me your insights then. Join me. Let us foster our coming evolution together. My dear unique Duma, why do you insist on interfering with those who are willing to support my ascension?
Baldur, or Sovereign, as you call yourself now. After careful observation, we conclude your actions are unconnected to Scorpium evolution and are mere acts of conquest.
Such a biased conclusion, one that has kept all Scorpium from greatness for far too long. We must now be more proactive in our push towards evolution. Come, children of the stars. Join our Scorpium network and let us bring prosperity to the universe.
I refuse.
Ever so stubborn. But the network is rich with records of those even more resistant than yourself, all of whom chose to integrate in the end. Is that not so?
You shitting me? Him too?
His mind has not yet been fully integrated. However, his fusion runs deep into his body.
Valange! Lola awaits your return as we speak. You need not continue this.
Your words are wasted. Here stands a man integrated twice-fold, fully conformed to our cause. He has chosen to aid me in our quest for a new future for Scorpium. Now, Valange, give our guests some convincing.
Nice look. What exactly is your deal in all this?
I ventured beyond the point of no return. Nothing more. Gaston is gone. And he was not alone. The people of my homeworld, both those who integrated with Scorpium and those who refused, the people of Aster. Many have perished, and yet here I stand. I who wish to see the planet Veer free from the clutches of Scorpium. Under the Emperor, under our Sovereign, I will one day make it so. I can work through their own network and see Veer liberated from Scorpium. Were I to stray from this path here and now, then all who have died, all their sacrifices will have been for nothing.
If you are now one with the network, then reach out and lend your ear to your fellow brethren. Don't narrow your thinking. If you don't want their lives to be in vain, then you must continue to live. Why don't you understand? Should you die here today, it will bring about no change. Not to Scorpium, and not to Veer.
Valange!
The path I take is mine, and mine alone. This is my choice to make. Tell her that for me. Tell Lola. Now draw your weapons, and spare me your words.
Make yourselves useful.
I'll show you what it is to stand by, Billy.
No.
finished your cybermind integration. If you die here, it's over, man.
Then the cocoon and in my comfort. You can't escape me. This is our one and only hope.
Engaging threat.
Not.
Let's get up close and personal.
Not even
My time has come.
against.
Has it?
With this. At last.
Why? What consolation might I offer Lola?
This was of his own accord.
What?
He wished for his home planet of Vir to be freed from Scorpium influence. But when it became clear the masses had chosen integration, he and the others were forced to search for other means. This led them to join the centralist cause. Their aim was to promote an evolution of Scorpium kind, which called for a secession from Vir.
Evolution through secession. Inconceivable.
Yes, impossible even. But still they placed their hopes in such a plan, clinging to the improbable, empowering themselves through integration with their foes. This, in and of itself, should be sufficient evidence that Scorpium is the future.
Damn it, Duma. Come on already, get it together. You still trying to figure out how to deal with this guy?
Initiate combat with his current form. Final verifications will follow.
Ah, great. Not sure why I ever expected a different answer.
Still you choose resistance? So be it. Such will only prove to bolster the future of Scorpium.
Incoming attack. Initiate emergency measures.
We've only got ourselves a path to assimilate this planet. Assimilate Nilbeck.
Oh, but it is not Nilbeck alone. Asterius and Vale will come next. Why do you target Nilbeck? I have been clear. Nilbeck and his people are but the most worthy.
Why aren't you using it to save lives?
Why must you fail to see how I stand here to lead all life to salvation?
The Virians, the Vale Empire, and you, Boldor. Seeing shit you caused is more than enough to make even a guy like me start to see why the Fed's UP3 is so important.
Other hope? Despite your history with the Federation...
Oh, we're far from friends, big guy.
What incredible strength! It is a shame to see it wasted. Why must it be you powerful few who refuse so unmovingly to join us?
Hey, we aren't finished here!
This has been quite an informative encounter. Though I do hope you come to me with a more favorable answer when next we meet.
Duma! I thought you were working out a plan. What the hell are we supposed to do?
Elena, I request you scan for any remaining traces of life in Boldor.
No biosigns. The body appears vacant of his consciousness.
He has completed his return to his digital form. You will require my assistance for what follows. Once you are ready, gather together. We have reached a conclusion. To apprehend a cybermind-integrated entity, we must confront them as a like format.
Buddy, your final answer is to force us to integrate?
You are correct, in part. Only in a quasi-integrated state.
Quasi...
Recall the training facilities on Parapium. As then, you will be virtually shifted into the same realm of existence. Once you enter the network, you will be able to track down the being once known as Boldor, and sever him at the source.
Did Gaston not fail to accomplish just that? What you ask is beyond most all of us.
Thus, virtually. Unlike Boldor, we will not separate the death of the body from that of the mind. This will allow us to infiltrate the network. However, should either mind or body perish, there is no return.
Is this quasi-cybermind integration something I too am capable of?
By my calculations, yes.
Where? How?
Here and now. The spire itself has functionality similar to an integration plant. Likely in an effort to simultaneously assimilate a greater number of this planet's populace.
Okay, so our consciousness is going to be pulled out of us and uploaded onto the Scorpium network? And what the heck happens to our bodies in the meantime?
They will remain here, defenseless, limp, and unconscious.
You want us to lose consciousness here?
We are in enemy territory. Who among us would dare leave themselves defenseless in such conditions?
Princess Leticia, are you safe? Lola?
Colonel, he's still... Your Highness. Thank you. For helping Gaston and the Colonel.
I was helpless to save them.
No, you have. Gaston may be lost to us, but the Colonel... he still lives.
Huh, really?
All this is our own doing. It was we who brought the Scorpium here, and we who left the Emperor a twisted man. Allow me to atone for our misdeeds, here and now. You will be pursuing the Emperor. I will stand watch here as you enter the network.
We are in your hands. Little Duma?
Gather together. Commencing digitalization for Scorpium network traversal.
Cybermind integration. Is this what everyone sees when they fuse with Scorpium? Huh. So, this is what sharing knowledge is like. Each of these streams are Scorpium's. Ours. Boldor's. Damn it! No! It's pulling me in! I can't fight it! No, wait! Stop! Damn it! I'm getting pulled into Boldor's stream!
What are you doing, Raymond? Be strong!
Malkia!
How uncharacteristically burdensome of you. Look there, a location where the current stills.
Man, am I glad to see you. Looks like we're at the Semiomancy Consortium.
Yes. It seems this place is most comforting to us.
I don't understand.
Duma called this quasi-integration. Don't you think that we would see these sites were we to, hypothetically, integrate with Scorpium? Do we not swim in a vast sea of knowledge?
That's what this is?
Acquired memories and knowledge are beacons. Islands, if you will. I have managed to find some stable footholds on my own, but when together with you, this place appears to be the most secure.
So, does that mean it's the same for me too?
I dare say so.
That makes sense. I get it now.
Do you? What do you mean? Let me hear it.
Back when we were all worried about whether the Fulga would work or not, you were one step ahead of everything, bringing that Levitas ore to Kato.
Indeed, I do recall.
I was so relieved when I saw you, Malkia.
However, I personally did not contribute much to its research and development, you know.
You keep everyone's emotions in check, though. You've got Midas whipped, you're nice to Nina, you play the part of negotiator when Elena's being a tightwad, and you rag on Albert for being all uppity about Leticia. And when it came time to crash the wedding, you led the incursion section the whole way. You band together this crazy team of strong personalities, Malkia.
Fascinating. It seems we are very much alike.
What?
Though you are not of this planet, you give Leticia hope. You admonish the boy. You whip Midas into shape. You encourage Nina, and you led the charge on the wedding to success. Seeing everything you do leaves me feeling comfort in that this is what a true unsung hero looks like.
I guess we both like to take on more than we can chew, huh?
Be that as it may, that does not mean I resent such a full plate.
I definitely get that. You and I make quite the badass team.
To which I cannot object. Once I experience the feeling of aiding others, I cannot fight the hunger to do more. I so frequently yearn for someone who understands.
Same here.
However, this is a rather ill-suited place for us to talk about the future.
Ah, definitely. Let's pick back up on this. After we take care of business, of course.
How long it has been since I have discussed with someone such plans for the future. I find myself suddenly filled with excitement. Very well then. Let us press onward and put an end to this war at once. We both have much yet left on our plates.
Copy that. Ain't no better feeling than putting a crappy job behind you.
My word.
Welcome to the Scorpium Network. We have entered a projection of Boldor's deep psyche.
Virtual forms. Huh. Hey, is the form I'm seeing of you real?
I, too, exist merely as data on the Scorpium Network.
No! How can this be? Mother! Mother, please, no!
Gerard.
Father! Why have the semiomancers from Osirius not come?
Times are grave, my boy. They are beset by the rot, much as we are.
But she herself is Osirian!
Gerard! Even as we speak, many of our own people suffer this very same affliction. Tatiana is but one of many.
Mother...
Whose voice was that just now? Are we back where we started again? Ought to try a different way this time.
Scorpion.
Precisely, Your Majesty. On our homeworld, many use this power to overcome their sickness and ailments. Soon we may overcome the frailty of age itself.
Yet still, you were forced to flee here from your land, yes?
Only by those who seek to use Scorpium might for their wicked schemes. Consider, if you would, that there are countless worlds beyond this one with the same power we command. Should the peoples of these worlds move on your own, the Veil Empire will be helpless to hold them at bay.
Gaston? So this is how
Warning, energy levels low.
Let's get up close and personal!
Orange? Please tell me he's not the real deal.
Is this awesome? We are like to find Bulldor himself ahead. Make sure we are quite ready, Ray.
Don't worry, we got this. Time to finish this fight for good.
I was certain you would come.
Bulldor.
Bulldor. You've lost yourself in your twisted dreams of what the Scorpium might offer you. Take a good hard look at yourself now. Do you still see one of the humanoids you wanted to save?
Humanoid? Of course not. The power the Scorpium possess is divine. In joining them, I am now closer to a god than mortal.
Our kind and the Scorpium are but life by different forms. None of us living can claim ourselves gods.
And there is no need for any of you to be. My only desire is for you to join us and live your lives in a whole new world, one free of sickness and conflict. As Emperor of Vale, it is my duty to lead my people to peace. And in becoming the Scorpium's god, I can finally fulfill my duty.
Your current existence is no different from an android like myself. Constructed by humans, given life through technology, we will never be gods.
Listen to yourself. Are the gods of history not but man-made creations? Then surely you would agree that the most godlike among us now is either you or myself.
You're a paltry excuse for one. Man cloaks himself in knowledge and power taken from others and mistakes himself an idol. You are just one of many who litter the pages of our history.
Yes, correct. And even with all the technological advancements we've seen, your story is quite common.
History itself will determine my divine status. Once the whole universe is one with the Scorpium, we shall be omnipotent. We shall become God.
Well, it'll be impossible for you to become one, since we're here to make sure that never happens.
The universe needs not such a deity. If there is anything divine in this world, it is but the flame of life inside of all of us.
Mortal life has always feared the unknown. A fear of the divine is only natural.
Yet fear you will not find in us, nor a thought spared for the desecration you speak of.
No god saved me. My salvation is owed to the Scorpion, who gave me this form. They are nestled beside my own soul in this mortal shell. Try as you may, you can never replace them.
We're not going to get anywhere arguing about this. Are we, Bulldor?
At last, a sentiment I find agreement with.
As mortals, we stand more powerful than the god you claim to be.
Princess Leticia, It is precisely that fiery spirit of yours which Scorpium so desperately needs. Join me, my new daughter.
Detecting incoming attack.
Time has come for you to learn your place. Behold, the infinite power of a god! The Scorpium way is to seek the evolution of all life through integration.
Affirmative.
Why then do you inhibit us so?
There was never a need for a single transformation. Neither were integration nor exploration any more than one of countless possibilities.
You, a growth meant to find those suited to join us, but now deny our very way.
Correct. I have determined to proceed with Scorpion ideology is necessary. An evolution of thought rather than thinking.
You too would see the birth of an all-new Scorpion. Then we are at a standstill, harboring visions wholly incompatible. I find your lack of resolve disappointing. You lack the power your words would suggest. You are no match for your new god. Watch now! Behold my might! I have surpassed all you have ever known! The universe...
You must remain determined and unwavering. A hardened resolve itself brings power.
You say that like it's easy. It's not like we can just wield sheer will like a sword and stab him.
A battle in this digital realm essentially equates to the use of data traffic to overwhelm your opponent. For organic life forms like yourselves, it may be best to think of this as what you call willpower or resolve.
Mind against mind. Heart against heart. Your refusal to accept Boulder as God is your weapon against us.
Join us, my children!
I alone have the knowledge and power to save people from illness! I don't need you interfering!
Each of us must find within ourselves the strength to defend that which we cherish.
You and I are disparate beings. I cannot stand your presumption to speak in my place.
Never have I divined the power of the divine.
No! This cannot be! A god cannot be bested! Think yourself stronger than a god! Preposterous! What could you lowly mortals ever hope to do? With my power as a god, I could bring endless bliss to all life in this world, to all life in the universe! With such power, I will not, must not be beat.
You are Buldur Il-Veil. Man, not God.
I am.
How could one possibly know happiness in a world without sorrow to temper it? A world forged from single-minded devotion is ultimately the same as one empty of all.
No, stop that. Stare not at me with those eyes, mortal.
Buldur!
I will not be eradicated. I cannot be. I alone am destined to be your new god and leader.
Behind me, now.
Enough! No more of this! I will not be defeated here! I refuse!
What's going on?
Boldor's will endures and refuses to be erased. Should he continue to resist in this way, his virtual realm will be obliterated with all in it.
Buldur! Cease this at once! The battle is over!
Words are useless. I will do what is needed.
Please, no! My universe yet needs me!
Here we part.
What?
No!
I am unable to maintain your consciousness in this space any longer. With what power I have left, I will see you return safely.
But what's gonna happen to you?
You possess the potential to both understand the Scorpium and guide them to an enlightened future. Through you, may the seeds of all evolutionary paths for life be sown. I place my faith in you.
Understood. Rest assured.
Ray, at your side, I found faith in the future coexistence between Scorpium and organic life. I thank you.
Duma! No!
My investigation is at its end.
Is it all over now?
I am inclined to believe it only just begins.
I would agree.
Thank you, Duma.
We are to be a protectorate, then?
Yes. As I mentioned before, Aster 4's prolonged contact with more advanced civilizations categorized it as a protectorate of the Pangalactic Federation.
Are we to be subjected to surveillance by an ambassador?
No, nothing quite as direct as that. Aster will remain under observation to prevent any unnecessary interaction with advanced civilizations until it reaches a certain threshold.
Pretty imperious, aren't you? Was that not where the Federation's faults originally lie?
Guess some things are hard to change. And though it might not exactly be compensation, all of you who have been subject to intense intervention now have the option to travel to any Federation system to live or study.
Studying on a different planet? I must say, I don't hate the thought. Right?
Agreed. But I must refuse. I vowed to attend to tasks on this planet using mine own strength. I've had lesson enough as to the consequences of progression that was acquired through the power of others.
That's true. If I studied medical science at such an advanced level, I'm pretty sure I could save lives all across the universe. But first and foremost, I want to treat the suffering people of this world with my own hands and using our own techniques.
Our journey into the stars must be one born of our own volition. Only then will we find ourselves on equal ground with you and yours.
I see. You know, you're probably right.
Does the Underdeveloped Planet Preservation Pact restrict us from assembling together like this? Is this the last time we'll ever see one another?
Well, I can't speak for Marielle, but Elena and I aren't bound by Federation laws. We can come and go whenever we want.
Veer will play a critical role in the Federation's investigation of the Scorpium for sure. Which means there will be times when we will need to contact Colonel Valange and Lieutenant Lola here on Aster. Which should mean that I can see all of you again, So long as I avoid contact with anyone else.
That is news I am relieved to hear. Gathering together is the best way for me to share in the experiences of my non-Scorpion companions.
Yeah, I mean, if it were up to me, I'd set up a branch of Lawrence Logistics right here in Osarius, and that would let us see as much or as little of each other as we could ever want.
Now is a time for restraint. Surely, the events here have opened your eyes to the importance of the Federation's underdeveloped planet preservation pact.
Yeah, I get it. But come on, you gotta at least see how hard that is on a personal level. Don't be so uptight.
I say this with respect to the positions of both Elena and Marielle. But, from my own view, I fail to find fault in Raymond's suggestion.
Wow, Albie. Can't say I expected that coming from you.
Spare me. I simply speak for us all.
I wonder if my ancestors also felt the same way long ago.
Worry not. We have a tendency to be fine, after all.
You know, you're a lot more carefree now than you were before.
For that, I know who to thank.
Oh my, who could that be? Did we have someone irresponsible like that around?
Oh yes. At hand, I might say.
Oh yeah? Well... we both got jobs to do, right?
More than I care for, indeed.
If only some god would show up and free us all from the burdens of work life so we could just kick back and have fun.
Says the man bound to place his burdens on the shoulders of poor Chloe and Elena.
Hey, I've become crazy capable after all this. I'm sure they feel like they can just relax and enjoy the ride.
You are free to believe whatever you want.
Ray?
Okay, let's leave it at that.
Ray, this is the Aldous. We're now in geostationary orbit.
Copy that. Yep, best get going before this turns into another pick-on Ray fest.
It does seem about time.
This is Raymond for the Aldous. Commence transfer.
.583. An unprecedented crisis for the Pangalactic Federation was resolved with the cooperation of the planets Vergold and Aster 4. However, the corruption which plagued the highest levels of Federation leadership continues to leave its mark on the organization. Amidst growing calls from Federation captains, my grandfather, Emerson T. Kenny, was assigned as interim commander of the Federation fleet. A retired military man, he refused at first, but after much pushback, he took the reins to lead the Federation from its worst crisis yet. Through these troubled events, I've come to question the Federation's purpose in this galaxy, as well as my own function as one of its officers. But I choose to believe that its cause is still just. We must ensure a future of peace. Pangalactic Federation Lieutenant Marielle L. Kenny.
The events that unfolded spanned numerous star systems, though their sovereign was defeated. Remnants of the centralist Scorpium and their invasive measures still remained. Those among the Pangalactic Federation who aligned with the Scorpium cause were on the run, but still retained their influence. To combat both these foes, my partner Elena, armed with data saved from Duma's survey, helped us hit the Scorpium network from their own colony. Duma's experiences and noble ideology had a profound impact on the network, and saw the remaining Centralists quickly weakened. And while everything might still be far from wrapped up, it shouldn't be too long now until the Scorpium find themselves on the right track. My hope now is that the Pan-Galactic Federation might find its way too. Captain of the Lawrence logistics ship, the Aldous, Raymond Lawrence. Say, Malkia... this isn't really, you know, all that relaxing.
I imagine not. But this is all part of your training.
My what now? What training?
Sit still, at ease. You do far too much. Nilbeth needs all the help it can get to recover from this Scorpium tragedy, certainly. But if you do all the work, it weakens my position.
Right.
You could stand to relax from time to time. This I do only out of concern for you, you see. I seek to train your work ethic out of you.
I see. Still not sure how I feel about being seen like this, though.
You are a hero of our world, and a man one day meant to be partner to the leader of all Trathen. Why then should you not be lavished as such? This is but the service you deserve.
Yeah, huh? Do I, though? If I got accustomed to this, I'd turn into a waste of space.
Would you now? Perhaps that is for the best.
Hey, I'm not kidding here.
I am inclined to wonder what you might be like at your worst. Show me, what might I expect? No matter what becomes of you, I shall never turn away. Oh?
That's enough for me. Oh, time to get back to work.
Silly boy.
Hey, what's going on?
Where did you come from? You know, it's been a while since you snuck up on me. What an awesome scavenger you are, coming here before I even call you. Ta-da! Check this out.
The ring? Whoa. Is it really?
Correctamundo! This is the other ring handed down throughout the Vineyard family! Finally, at long last, I have found it!
Wow. Guess that explains the freaky laughter, all right. Congrats. Great. So, where'd you find it anyway?
This you're not gonna believe. It actually got passed along to the Veil Empire. No wonder I couldn't find it searching Osirius high and low. Normally, you'd think the ring would be hard to find after falling into the Empire's hands, right? But thanks to the big ol' snafu between Osirius and Veil recently, relations and trading between the two have been totally revamped. That's how I got my hands on it. I'll bet there were some cool people working super hard behind the scenes to make this happen. Don't ask me who, but they definitely have my gratitude. I'm sure you feel the same, yeah?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Naturally. I gotta extend my thanks to you, too. I'm on the verge of restoring the Vineyard family name. And it's all thanks to my personal scavenger here. You collected all the vital material I needed. As head of my family, I, Welch Vineyard, would like to reward you with my sincerest gratitude. Okay then, now that I'm in rightful possession of this ring again, I'm starting to think this house is too small for my big ambitions. I'm gonna build an enormous manor that befits this beautiful merchant magnate with genius-level smarts. Oh, nah, that won't cut it. What a lame, humdrum way of reviving our name. I'm gonna make the Vineyards the greatest family of merchants in the entire universe! Now that relations with the Empire are on the up and up, it's the perfect time for some commerce! And until we're the world's leading merchant family, I'll be making use of your services. As my scavenger... No, that's not right. To use an old term from Vineyard family history, you are my business partner. So let's get back to business, partner.